Today's lesson is called Plus Talk, Expressing Opinions. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
My name is Roger, and today we're going to talk about how to express opinions, and we're going to discuss this topic in the form of various conversations between various people. So, yeah, you need to express opinions sometimes if you're in a class discussion, for example, or if you're in a business meeting and the boss is looking for opinions. Not all bosses are like Hitler. They don't all have their own ideas about how to do business. They actually hire their employees to get their opinions and to, use their professional knowledge to help the company get ahead. So there are some times when you need to express your opinion to let everybody know how you think about something.
Yeah, maybe someone, your boss even, maybe that person asks you on the spot during a meeting, what do you think of this? Okay, in that particular situation, they're asking you, what is your opinion? What do you think? And in that situation, you're going to have to express your opinion. Okay, you're going to have to tell people what you think, how you feel, so on and so forth. And we'll be covering this particular topic this month. Yeah. We're going to have a good old time this month expressing our opinions. Anyways, all jokes aside, when we come back from a short break, we'll start in on our Plus Talk lesson for this month. Yeah, the first portion of our lesson will be talking about policy. Yeah, part 1 of Plus Talk here is going to be called Discussing a New Policy. We'll have Noah, Emma, Lucas and Grace. They will be talking, they will be in a meeting, and they will be discussing policy. Anyways, let's go ahead and take that short break, but when we come back, we will get started.
Expressing opinions.
1. Discussing a new policy. Noah and his team are in a meeting to discuss a new departmental policy.
To increase productivity, I've decided to implement a new policy. Starting next week, employees in this department should refrain from using their personal cell phones during working hours.
I think that's a great idea. Cell phones can be such a distraction.
If you ask me, they aren't the problem. There are many other obstacles to productivity.
What if there's an emergency at home and we can't be reached? In my opinion, we should be allowed to use our personal cell phones at work.
Let's give the policy a try. We can evaluate its effectiveness after a few months.
大家好，第一部分我们看到单字 implement 这个字是动词，指实施、执行。例如 The company implemented new dress rules. 该公司实施新的服装规定。或是 It will take some time to implement the new anti-pollution laws. 新的反污染法要花些时间来执行。另外，这个字也可以当名词，指工具。举例来说 In the Stone Age, humans used stone to fashion various implements. 在石器时代，人类用石头来制作各种不同的工具。再来，我们看到动词 refrain 指避免、节制，后面常接 from 加名词或动词 ing 表示避免点点点，克制不做点点点。例如 The man asked the protesters to refrain from violence. 那名男子请求抗议者不要诉诸暴力。或是 Please refrain from talking on the phone while riding public transportation. 搭乘大众交通工具时，请勿讲电话。另外，这个字也可以当名词，有以下两种意思。第一，指诗歌或乐曲的副歌，像是 I like the refrain of that English pop song. 我喜欢那首英文流行乐的副歌。第二，指一再重复的话，老调。举例来说I've been hearing Kelly's refrain about getting married for years. Kelly 说要结婚的老生常谈，我已经听了好几年了。接着我们看到一个片语 give something a try, 表示试试看点点点。try 在此横用单数形。举例来说 Do you want to give this new game a try? 你想要尝试这个新游戏吗？或是 Surfing is a lot of fun, so let's give it a try when we go to the beach this weekend. 冲浪很好玩，所以我们这周末去海边来试试看吧。另外，补充几个同义片语。第一 give something a go 表示尝试某事物。我们可以说 Jeffrey had never tried sushi before, but he gave it a go last night. Jeffrey 以前从没吃过寿司，不过他昨晚品尝过了。第二 have a go at something 表示尝试某事物，像是 The little boy cried when his brother wouldn't let him have a go at the video game. 小男孩的哥哥不让他试玩电动玩具，他便哭了起来。第三 take a shot at something 表示试试看，尝试点点点。例如 I don't know if I can help you fix your computer, but I'm willing to take a shot at it. 我不知道我是否能帮你修好电脑，但我愿意试试看。再来，我们看到动词 evaluate 指评估、评价。例如 David's boss evaluates his performance every 6 months. David 的老板每6个月评估一次他的绩效。另外补充这个字的名词 evaluation E-V-A-L-U-A-T-I-O-N evaluation 举例来说 The teacher made an evaluation of each student in her class. 老师对他班上的每个学生进行评估。
Okay, so as Jeff said, we've got this business meeting, and the participants are Noah and Emma and Lucas and Grace, and they are having a discussion. They're talking about a new policy. You can talk about something or you can discuss something. So here, Noah and his team are in a meeting to discuss a new departmental policy. Departmental means having to do with your department. So yes, they've got some kind of policy in the department, some kind of rule or regulation that the department has, and they're talking about it. They're discussing this new policy in the department.
Now, Noah says, to increase productivity, I've decided to implement a new policy. So here, they're trying to increase productivity. They want people to produce more, to work more efficiently, to do more stuff in the same amount of time. So they're going to implement a new policy, i.e., everybody. We're going to start doing this now in order to increase productivity. So maybe Noah's going to say, yeah, from now on, during business hours, nobody can get on the internet on a company computer. That's our new policy. Yeah, we think when you get on the internet that you check your email and you do your Facebook and stuff like that. So you waste time. So we've got a new policy, no internet. Now, is Noah going to actually say that? No, okay, but we will get to that policy soon enough that Noah is going to introduce. Anyways, it says that Noah wants to implement a new policy. What does the word implement mean?
It means to put something into effect, to start observing that policy. So yes, they're going to implement this new policy. It's going to be put into effect, and everybody's got to be aware of this policy, and they need to obey what the policy asks of them. So yes, they're doing this in order to increase productivity. Some people pronounce this word productivity. Both pronunciations are okay. Productivity seems more common in the United States, but in any case here, yes, they want to increase their productivity, how many products and services that they can produce in a given amount of time. So they're going to put into effect this new policy. So here it is. Noah says, starting next week, employees in this department should refrain from using their personal cell phones during working hours. So yes, you should refrain. You should limit yourself, or you should stop yourself from using your cell phone, at least your personal cell phone. They may have business cell phones. Of course, you need those to conduct business, but your own iPhone or something like that, you're supposed to refrain from using it. You're not supposed to use it.
This is a nice way of saying during business hours, you can't use your personal phones, but we're using a polite word here. Please refrain from doing this. Please keep yourself from doing this. Please don't do this, okay? That's the idea here, and this makes sense. This should increase productivity, okay? If people are looking at, cat photos on their personal cell phones, if they're wasting all sorts of time, they're not going to be as productive as they could be. So this is why this new policy is going into effect. Anyways, Noah says all of this, and Emma says, you know what? I think that's a great idea. Cell phones can be such a distraction. Yeah, I'm always trying to work, and my cell phone is buzzing, and I can't focus. All those cell phones are a big distraction. distraction. So, Noah, I agree with you. Let's all refrain from using our personal cell phones.
Yep, distraction. That's a noun, something that kind of divides your attention. It causes you to think about something else when you're supposed to be focusing on something else. So they can be a distraction. You could also describe them as being distracting. Phones can distract people from their work. It's just too tempting every 5 minutes to check to see if there are some new photos on Instagram or some new tweets on Twitter. It's just too tempting. So yes, we're saying they can be a distraction when we're supposed to be focusing on our new marketing strategy or contacting clients or something like that instead of texting our friend in another company asking them how they enjoyed their last weekend.
There you go. Like last night, I was trying to sleep. Okay, and a bug kept flying around my face. Oh my gosh, what a distraction that was. How annoying. It didn't let me fall asleep for hours. It was terrible. Now, bugs can be a distraction, but here we're talking about cell phones. The idea that, I can grab my personal cell phone at any moment, and instead of doing my work, I can check Facebook or look at cat photos or do all sorts of fun things. Yeah, this is going to be a distraction. Okay, you should be focusing on your work and stuff like that, but that cell phone, oh man, that's so fun. What a distraction it is.
Yeah, sometimes I try to work at home, but there are so many distractions. My wife wants me to go out and pick up lunch. They are doing some construction in the neighborhood, and of course there's the computer there with all the new YouTube videos that I need to check out. Those are distractions, so sometimes it's best to simply work in the office. So that's Emma's opinion here. She thinks that cell phones or smartphones can be a real distraction. Lucas says, if you ask me, they aren't the problem. There are many other obstacles to productivity, and he might have a point. Sometimes it's just too easy to blame those cell phones for all the company's problems.
So here Lucas is expressing his opinion. Now, Grace follows up by saying, what if there's an emergency at home and we can't be reached? In my opinion, we should be allowed to use our personal cell phones at work. So these are two good points. Okay, first Lucas pipes up. He's got his opinion. And then Grace brings up a valid point. Yeah, I need my personal cell phone. If there's an emergency at home and I can't be reached, that would be terrible. So I need my cell phone. I need to be able to use my personal cell phone at work.
Now, here's Noah's opinion. Noah says, let's give the policy a try. Okay, maybe some of you don't like this new policy. That's only natural, but, let's give it a try. Let's just try it and see if it works or not. So that's the phrase here, to give something a try, which basically is the longer way of saying let's try something. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's give it a shot, okay? This policy, it's not going to be perfect, but let's give it a try, okay? If productivity increases, well, this policy is pretty good, and maybe we can fine-tune it later on to address concerns like Grace's here. But for now, let's just give it a try, give it a shot, and then later we can evaluate its effectiveness after a few months. A few months will go by, and we'll look at productivity rates and stuff like that, and then evaluate how effective this policy is.
Evaluate, to assess, just to kind of determine whether something is effective, looking at different sets of data and getting different opinions, and then they'll be able to figure out whether this policy is good or not. Okay, so there you have it, all their opinions about this new company policy to increase productivity, which involves refraining from using personal cell phones at work. Okay, now let's move on to the next part of our lesson, choosing a place for dinner. It sounds easy, but sometimes this can be extremely difficult to figure out. Let's listen.
2. Choosing a place for dinner. The team members want to continue discussing the new policy over dinner, so they are deciding on a place to go. Has anyone tried the pasta place around the corner? I've never eaten there, but their menu looks pretty good.
I could be wrong, but I think it closed for good a few days ago.
That's a shame. I've been meaning to try that restaurant.
Is anyone in the mood for shabu shabu?
There's a nice restaurant nearby, and I believe the prices are quite reasonable.
I second that idea.
As far as I'm concerned, we could go eat anywhere.
Shabu shabu sounds good to me.
最后第二部分，我们看到单字 shabu shabu 这个字是名词，意思是日式涮涮锅。例如 Andy fell in love with shabu shabu at his first visit to Japan. Andy 第一次去日本时就爱上日式涮涮锅。
All right, folks, we're back. Let's talk about choosing a place for dinner. Now, Grace, Noah, Lucas, Emma, the whole crew, they're back again. They're still talking about policy. Yeah, the team members want to continue discussing the new policy over dinner, so they're deciding on a place to go. Yes, let's continue this conversation, but we're all hungry, so let's figure out where to go for dinner.
Okay, so Grace has a suggestion here. She asks, has anyone tried the pasta place around the corner? I've never eaten there, but their menu looks pretty good. So this is a suggestion from Grace. She is making a suggestion. There's a pasta place nearby. It's just around the corner. You step out from the office or from the building, you turn left or right, and it's just around the corner. It's very close by. It's a new pasta place, which means it's probably an Italian restaurant. Pasta is just a kind of Italian noodles. There are many different kinds of pasta. What is there? Spaghetti and tortellini and linguine and stuff like that. They're all different kinds of pasta. I've heard Canadians call this pasta, which sounded weird the first time I saw it, but Americans will say pasta. I suppose it's because there are lots of Italians living in the USA.
I suppose that could be the case. One way or another, the pasta place around the corner. Grace hasn't eaten there yet, but hey, she's walked by and she's seen their menu. She thinks it looks pretty good. Now, Noah says, I could be wrong, but I think it closed for good a few days ago. So, Grace, great idea. We would go to that restaurant if it were still in existence. Apparently, Noah thinks that this place closed for good a few days ago. And Lucas says, really? That's a shame. I've been meaning to try that restaurant. Yeah, Lucas and Grace both had walked by and thought, hey, that place, it looks good. But now they don't have the chance to go there because it's no longer in existence. They missed their shot.
Okay, now Emma is going to join the conversation. She says, is anyone in the mood for shabu shabu? That's the name in Japanese. And if you're in the mood for something, that means you feel like doing something. Does anyone feel like eating at a shabu shabu restaurant, or are you in the mood for that? I'm in the mood for dancing. Let's go find a disco and have some fun.
That sounds great. Yeah, I am in the mood for some hot pot, some spicy hot pot. That sounds pretty good to me. Anyways, Emma continues by saying, yeah, shabu shabu. Is anyone up for that? There's a nice restaurant nearby, and I believe the prices are quite reasonable. Now, Noah thinks, hey, that sounds like a good idea. So he says, I second that idea. Yeah, I'm in with Emma here. That's vote number 2 for shabu shabu. And then Lucas says, well, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, we could go eat anywhere. Lucas is not picky.
Yeah, they could even go to the night market or something like that. But Grace says, well, shabu shabu sounds good to me. So that's where they're going to go. They're going to have a nice meal and discuss business at the same time. Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. Here comes our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。在第二部分的对话里面， Grace 提议晚餐去吃转角的意大利面餐厅，但那间店似乎已经停业了。 Lucas 听到觉得很可惜，他说 I've been meaning to try that restaurant。 我一直都想去吃吃看那间餐厅。那这边我们来学习 mean 加上不定词的用法。 mean 加 to 加原形动词表示有意打算要去做某事，像 像 I didn't mean to hurt your feelings， 就是说我不是有意要伤害你的感受，我不是故意的。那如果用现在完成进行式 have been meaning to do something， 则表示说一直都有打算要做某事，但可能因为一直没有空啊，没有机会去做那件事情。例如 I've been meaning to write to you， 我一直都有想要写信给你，那也许因为最近很忙或什么其他事情耽搁，所以一直没有做到这件事情。好，顺便补充一下 mean 加上动名词则是用来表达意味着什么，表示什么什么。例如 Being rich doesn't necessarily mean being happy， 有钱不见得意味着快乐，有钱不见得表示是快乐的。好，那么接着对话里面 Emma 提议说去吃涮涮锅，附近有一家不错的餐厅，那个价格也蛮合理的。 Noah 就说 I second that idea， 就表示他赞成那个点子。 Second 在这边跟时间没有关系哦，它也不是指第二，它是当动词来表达赞成复议，可以用来表达说赞成某个提案啊，同意某个提议等等的意思。Second 的后面会接事物来当受词，像当人家提出想法的时候，你可以说 I second that， 就表示我同意。你也可以用 I agree with you 来替换。好，那另外像在会议里面啊，不是会提出临时动议吗？主席这时候可能会问说 Is there a second？ 不是说有一秒吗？而是说有人复议吗？这时候 second 它是当名词用。那如果有人想要复议，他可能会回答说 I second that motion，我复议。这时候这个 motion 在这边就是指临时动议的意思。好，再补充一下，我们知道 second 跟 minute 这两个单词都跟时间有关嘛，可是它用在会议里面就有别的意思。刚刚学到 second 的意思了，那接着来看看 minute 在会议当中的用法。好， minute 的复数形 minutes 可以指会议记录， take minutes 就表示做会议记录，那么 minute taker 就是表达会议记录人。当你在会议记录上面如果有看到说 The minutes were submitted by 某某某，或者是 minutes submitted by 某某某，就是说这个会议记录是由某某某呈交提交的。好，那么以上今天重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Productivity. Offering a 4-day work week could actually increase productivity. Implement.The government is working to implement a new economic policy. Distraction. It's a good idea to eliminate distractions while you're studying. Evaluate. Next month, my boss will evaluate my performance at work.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.